Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Today in Quarantine. I'm your host, Renee Cross, and this is episode 36 of Today in Quarantine. That's right, 3 6, that's 4 times 9, or 12 times 3. Also 18 times 2. There are other, I'm sure, actually, wait, hold on. 6 times 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. Yeah, actually, those are the most common. 1 times 36. Those are the most common factors of um, of the number 36. Which, fun fact, it's just a fun fact. Anyway, today is Friday. Finally, for those of you who've been looking forward to the weekend all week long, it's finally here. It's finally here. You don't have to go to work. You can stay in your home and not do work this couple of days, specifically tomorrow being Sabbath. I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. As I've mentioned in the past, one of the benefits of being in a stay at home, shelter in home situation and a lot of things being online is that I get to go to churches that I don't normally get to go to. However, still doing a lot of stuff that still like doing a lot of music and getting very involved in several online churches. So that's always fun. Um, yeah, so today in quarantine, I just kind of hung out. Today's technically my day off, but as I said to my roommate earlier today, one of the tricky things about this is that when I'm on my day off on normal times, it's just normal day off. I don't go to work. Occasionally, I do substitute teach on those Fridays. Um, but since I'm not interacting with kids, my interaction with them, if I'm not, or I'm not interacting with my kids specifically, then I'm not doing much work on Fridays. I'm usually running errands and stuff like that, or just chilling at home. However, now that it is this online thing, one of the things that I have been doing more of is doing more work on Fridays, just because people are still emailing me with questions that are fairly immediate. And as much as I could say to my students, hey, I don't answer on Fridays because I don't work on Fridays, I'm home. I might as well. On Saturdays, I really just take the day off because they shouldn't expect an answer from me. But Friday, I try and tone it back a little bit. I don't have any meetings. I don't usually do a lot of that, but it's been very, very interesting to think about. Thinking about my master's, as many of you know, I'm a music teacher, um, and thinking about higher education and what I want to do with that. And it's just there's something that holds me back, and it's that I don't know what I want to do my master's in. So if you have your master's or you know somebody with their master's, how did they decide? How did you decide, or how did they decide on what to do their master's in? Because I know there's a um, ton of different programs that you could do. How did you decide where to do your master's? All these different things, because it's very difficult to decide on that. So if you have any advice on how to decide how to pick a program, let me know. Um, and how did you pick yours? That's the other question that I have. But yeah, today was just kind of chill. Hung around. It's a very cloudy, rainy day. To look outside. Um, It's about 60 degrees or so. But very cloudy, very rainy, and so it's just kind of been slow. One of those days where you're like, oh, I could just take a nap right now. That's been today. So yeah. One thing that I did do yesterday is I went biking a little bit, but then I put my bike on the back of my car and went for a drive, just around Lincoln. I always like to drive to places that I've never been before, which I think I've mentioned this week. And one of the things that I have enjoyed doing is just kind of driving and figuring out where everything is. But that I would like to introduce you guys to today is this very cool feature of Google that if you go to google.com, like the actual google.com, not just, your opening page on your Chrome browser, But if you go to google.com and underneath the search bar, there's the thing that says Google search, which is just, basically your enter key or your return key when you're typing. And there's another one that says I'm feeling lucky. And if you hover your mouse over it, it changes. So I'm looking at it right now, and it changed to I'm feeling puzzled. So now I'm going to click on it and see what it takes me to. And this one took me to a game, which is pretty cool. And so you've got a bunch of different games on a googleaday.com. You could do, I'm going to go back to google.com, but I keep that one open because I love to do puzzles. The next one is I'm feeling hungry. So you could click on that, and it searches restaurants near you. Very cool features of Google. Just hover over that if you've got some time, if you're bored. Hover over that. It actually, earlier I did I'm feeling wonderful, I think it was, and it took me on a Google tour of a little town in Spain. So if you're wanting to do that, go ahead and do that. Which, by the way, Google Earth, again, is a very interesting and fun app to go on. You can either go on the app on your phone or just on your computer and search up different places and find different pictures. If you go to Google Maps, you can actually go on a road trip and just take the whole road trip from one part of the country to another part of the country just by doing Street View and just kind of hopping through and seeing what everything is around. It's kind of amazing technology. You can also look up your address and see whether or not you are standing where you are. My uncle did that one time, and he realized that Google, the satellite, had taken a picture of his house when he was cutting his lawn. So that's pretty cool. Very, very cool stuff. So what have you been up to today in quarantine? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, social distancing is definitely a thing. And I think I was telling somebody earlier, my life hasn't changed a ton, except that I'm at school, but it's just kind of what it is. Just kind of what it is. All right. My mom clicked and got I'm feeling artistic. So yeah, there's a ton of different options that Google has. So you can click around and see what you're feeling. Also, one of my other hobbies, because if you know me, you know I love information. So one of my hobbies is to read through Wikipedia articles. And people say that Wikipedia articles aren't very accurate or they're not reliable. And on one side, that's true. Wikipedia does have the feature that anybody can edit. However, they have a forum and people who review these edits and fact check them. So usually things that aren't true get taken down fairly quickly. If you catch it at the right moment, you might be able to. But Wikipedia is a very strong force of nature. If you just read through it, you'll find out some interesting stuff. I haven't done that in a while. I should. But yeah, it's very interesting stuff. Go and discover a word of the day on dictionary.com or merriam-webster.com. Figure out what's going on in the world behind you. Use this opportunity to better yourself. And if you're not feeling like this if you're feeling like this quarantine thing is dragging you down, use something like this to pick you back up again. Travel to a place that you can't travel to normally in quarantine. And if I'm being honest, I can't get there either when I'm outside of quarantine. So, yep, that's. Before I get to dad jokes, just wanted to give a shout out and a kind of a rundown of things that are happening this weekend in the College View young adult community. So if you're interested in watching or listening to some of these things, then I'm going to tell you about it now. And here they are. First of all, as you guys know, Today in Quarantine happens every day at 4 p.m. Second, tonight at 7 p.m. Central, we will have a Instagram live with prayer and praise with Jordy, one of the people at Union College, who is actually the worship pastor intern for the young adults at College View. So that's also exciting. And that will be on the Wells Instagram page. which is at the.well.worship, and it will be also streaming right here on YouTube as well tomorrow morning. On Instagram as well, same page at the.well.worship will be the Well Worship Experience Sabbath School, and that will be at 10:15 a.m. Central Time. And I will be talking with TJ Pittenger, one of the other people here at the Well, and we'll be doing a Bible study on the practice of prayer. So you won't want to miss that. Saturday afternoon, as well as having today in quarantine, we are also going to be doing a prayer drive-through at the College View Church. So you get in your car if you're here in the area, get in your car and drive over to the College View Church, where we will have prayer together with the pastors. So that will be exciting. And on Sunday, there's a check-in at Zoom. There's a check-in on Zoom, and you can just talk with people and get to know people and just kind of check in and make sure that everything's going all right. So we invite you to all of these things as well as on the on Monday, we're starting a 7-day series called Living Life Well. And those are from presenters from all around North America. And those will also be on Instagram and on our YouTube page. So you can catch those at any time that you would like, starting on Monday. And they'll just be for a week long. So we've got a lot of things coming up. Quite a lot of stuff coming up. You won't want to miss it. Okay. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Dad jokes. Dun, 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 dun. So, if you don't know, Reddit is a great website. So it's kind of the origin of all memes. A kid is pouring some milk. His dad walks into the room and asks, "What kind of milk is that?" And the kid says, "Soy milk." The dad replies with, "Hola, soy dad." Oh boy. As a new language, Braille is not that difficult to learn, actually. You just have to have a feel for it. I went to a what's it called? A chiropractor, and he recommended that I get orthopedic shoes, and I didn't think that they would help, but I stand corrected. Why did the picture go to jail? It was framed. It was all framed. Okay, last one for today. When people think of calculators, they think the buttons are the most important thing. But it's what's on the inside that counts. Oh, man. I hope you enjoyed these jokes as much as I do. I really do, truly enjoy these jokes. And even if I don't get to use them in like right now, I'm not using them in a situational point, but I do use them later on as I'm talking to people in just daily life. For example, several of my students tell me, "I'm bored, Miss Cross." Hi, bored. I'm Miss Cross. And so that's just kind of the one thing that I love to do with these with dad jokes. I just use them situationally. I'm just putting arrows in my quiver of stuff that I can use. So yeah, use these jokes, look up jokes, figure out how to use them in life, and you will be blessed. Come back tomorrow for some good old dad jokes, some Sabbath jokes edition. I might actually try and do a live stream from the drive-through tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. It's going to be pretty tricky to do it, but I'm going to try. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, and live well. Have a great day, everybody, and have a happy Sabbath when it comes this afternoon. Bye.